What if I told you the secret to getting a better handle on your blood sugar was already sitting in your pantry? Seriously, today we're going to dig into how one of the most common foods can be an absolute powerhouse for your health. Let's get right into it. So, can your toast topping really help manage your diabetes? It seems like a simple question, right? But the answer could totally change how you think about breakfast. We're always so focused on what we have to take out of our diets to manage blood sugar. But what if the real key isn't about subtraction, but about adding the right thing? And this is a big deal. We're talking about 37 million Americans who are living with diabetes right now. That number is exactly why finding simple, effective ways to manage blood sugar is more important than ever. Okay, so here's the main idea. We are not talking about those super sugary processed spreads you see on the shelves. Nope, we're talking about pure, powerful nut butters that, when you pick the right one, basically act like a stabilizer, keeping your glucose levels nice and steady for hours. All right, let's kick things off with our number one pick, the one that pretty much every endocrinologist puts at the top of their list, almond butter. And trust me, this isn't just hype, it's backed by some serious science. Just let that sink in for a second. A 30% reduction in blood sugar spikes after a meal. I mean, that's not some tiny adjustment. That is a huge change that can directly affect your long-term health, like your A1C levels. So, what's the magic formula here? Well, in just 2 tablespoons, you get this incredible combination of protein and fiber to keep you feeling full, healthy fats that slow everything down, and only 3 grams of net carbs. That whole combo is just the perfect recipe for stable blood sugar. 0. That's pretty much the glycemic index of almond butter. What that means is it has almost no impact on raising your blood sugar. It is one of the absolute safest foods you can pair with a carbohydrate. But, okay, here's the real secret weapon that makes almond butter so special. It is loaded with magnesium, and research shows that almost half of all people with diabetes are low in this mineral. That deficiency directly messes with your body's ability to use insulin the right way. Almond butter helps fill that critical gap. So how do you actually use it? Here's a super simple doctor-approved snack. The celery gives you fiber and that awesome crunch. The almond butter brings the protein and healthy fat. And whatever you do, don't skip the cinnamon. Studies show it can improve insulin sensitivity all by itself. All right, next up, a classic favorite, the powerful peanut. And don't let the fact that it's everywhere fool you. When it comes to managing diabetes, peanut butter is cheap, it's easy to find, and honestly, the science behind it is incredibly strong. To really get how powerful this is, you have to look at the glycemic index. White bread, the usual suspect for blood sugar spikes, is way up there at 75. Even so-called healthy brown rice is at 68. And peanut butter? It's barely on the chart at 14. It's playing a whole different ballgame. And the benefits last all day long. A huge study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that when people started their day with peanut butter, it didn't just control their blood sugar after breakfast. It actually led to lower average glucose readings for the entire day. Peanut butter also has this special compound in it called resveratrol. You might have heard about it with red wine. For people managing diabetes, it's a total powerhouse. It helps improve your insulin sensitivity and protects those delicate blood vessels that can get damaged by high blood sugar. And here is a fantastic pro tip from a study at Purdue University. A spoonful of peanut butter before you go to sleep can help stop that sharp rise in morning blood sugar. The dawn phenomenon. The protein and fat digest so slowly that they give you a steady source of energy all night. But this part is absolutely critical. All these amazing benefits, they only apply to natural peanut butter. If you turn that jar around and the ingredient list has anything more than peanuts and maybe salt, just put it back on the shelf. The added sugars and hydrogenated oils completely cancel out all the good stuff. Okay, on to our third choice, the specialist, cashew butter. Now, it's not as common, but it brings some really unique mineral benefits to the party that are especially important for anyone managing diabetes. So, first things first, let's talk about the carbs. Yeah, cashew butter is a little bit higher than the others, but it has this unique superpower. It contains these special compounds that basically help unlock your cells, making it easier for them to soak up sugar from your bloodstream. But the true specialty of cashew butter is its mineral profile. It's just loaded with copper and zinc. Now, why does that matter? Well, your pancreas needs those specific minerals to do its job right, to actually produce and store insulin properly. And because it's so creamy and kind of naturally sweet, cashew butter is just incredible in smoothies. This recipe right here gives you a meal replacement that's packed with everything you need: protein, fiber, healthy fats, those crucial minerals, all while keeping your blood sugar stable. So, we've got these three amazing options. But how do you actually choose? Let's pull it all together into a simple playbook for you. So, how do you choose? It's pretty straightforward. If you want the absolute best glucose control and the fewest carbs, almond butter is your champion. If you're on a budget and want a high-protein workhorse, natural peanut butter is absolutely the way to go. And if you want to give your body that targeted mineral support for insulin production, then cashew butter is the specialist you call in. But look, no matter which one you choose, these three rules are non-negotiable. Rule 1, no added sugar, ever. Rule 2, portion control is everything. 2 tablespoons is that magic number. And Rule 3, always pair it with fiber to really get that blood sugar stabilizing effect. At the end of the day, this isn't about some quick fix. It's about using these powerful, science-backed foods as tools in your toolkit to build a real foundation for stable blood sugar and better health for the long haul. So, I'll leave you with this one question. Based on everything we just talked about, what's one small change you can actually commit to this week? Are you going to try that almond butter snack? Maybe swap your morning cereal for some peanut butter on whole grain toast? That one simple choice could be the start of a really powerful new habit.